Hello everyone, today I have a short video showing you how I solo Doom 4 on a level 73 Gunslinger with 51k rating. Just to show it's possible because I got a lot of feedback on my previous video with the Assassin solo that it was easy to do if you have some sort of immunity. So that's why I wanted to show me doing this on my Gunslinger. So as you can see, I pull all of the trash mobs and I just AoE them down. I take quite a bit of damage, so after this you'll see me actually stand around a bit to regen some health. Also, something to note is that, like always, my clips are sped up by 1.5 times, just so that it's easier to look at and it's easier for me to talk over. You don't have to watch all the boring parts of me killing ats and doing the puzzles and so on. Anyways, as you can see, the boss has spawned. The tactics will pretty much be the same as in my assassin video, but I will still go over them so that I can give you a good idea of what to do. So here I'm just regenerating health, which goes quite slowly, sadly enough. But basically for the first bosses, the idea is that you pull both of the bosses over. I know there's also a tactic where you only pull one of them over, but I'm personally not a fan because it's not consistent at all. And then after that, you'll want to basically just kite them around all the time. Something else to keep in mind is that you can, if you saw my previous video, which was the Gunslinger combo guide, you will know how to cancel auto attack animations, which actually increase your DPS by quite a lot. As you can see, I'm just kiting them around. Because it's a solo, the bosses are actually downscaled a little bit, or well, I am upscaled, which makes these easier to do. But yeah, every time I get into a corner, I basically want to use my stealth camouflage and then dash over so that I do not get hit by the AoE, or at least not always. This way I can actually always stay alive and do this quite easily. Obviously, I already did it 3 times this week, so I do not need any of the chests, which is why I'm not looting them. Anyways, that was the first boss. As you can see, it was relatively easy. Now let's go on to the second boss, and then on the final one I will also show you the cheat code you can use for the PC in order to get an extra life, which I didn't need but I still wanted to activate it because I prefer playing safe rather than dying and not being able to finish the dungeon. So as you can see, I'm just clearing the mobs again, kiting them around a little so that I don't take too much damage because I'm quite low rating. Then right here I go through the door and I will show you how to do the second boss. Basically at X3 and X1 you want to use your stealth camouflage and dash out. Soon you'll also see that at X1 I actually do something else, but here first let's go over this. So here into X3 I actually dash out a little bit too late and I take a lot of damage, so I'm on pretty much 5% HP for the rest of the fight. But that shouldn't matter because technically the boss can never hit you if you do this correctly. So as you can see, I'm just running around, kiting him. Pretty easy stuff. The reason I'm not using abilities or animation cancelling is because I want my stealth camouflage to be off cooldown by the time I go into X1 health. By the time he goes into X1 health, my bad. So as you can see here, I thought he would use his rock, so I go into stealth, but apparently he didn't do it. That was because I went into stealth camouflage too early, and that made him not have anyone to target, so that he couldn't put his rocks out of the air. But basically, if you just kite him around and never let him stand still, he will never cost him, and he will be invulnerable for quite some time. But after that, you can actually just continue attacking him, as you could see in my clip. Now, of course, this shouldn't be the only way you do this. I actually recommend just dashing out at X1 health at the correct time, but this shows it can also be done another way. Anyways, let's go over the minigame really quick. I actually prefer you to be a little bit safer and not make sure you do not cross when the lights are red, because in that case you will actually get a 10-second penalty, and that 10-second penalty is longer than the time you would have waited if you take it slow. So as you can see, in the beginning you can dash exactly 3 times, then you have to wait until the light gets green again. Then once it turns green, you can use another dash and run. And then you just wait right before the finish line, and once it gets green again, you just finish. As you can see, it says 1 player passed the test. Okay, awesome. Let's go on to the last boss. So I'm just dashing to the elevator, then I'm using the elevator to go down. And here we are. Because I am full lives right now, I do not want to use the code at the moment. Because if I'm solo, I know I will die on the X3 part where I simply can't avoid dying because I can't kill all of the golems, especially not on such a low HP character. I will actually use the cheat code afterwards to get an extra life back. So as you can see, I'm just starting off the boss, attacking, using my animation cancels. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So here, obviously you can't dodge that, it does quite a bit of damage, but it's all good. Here I actually make quite a mistake because I go out of range. The reason I go out of range is because once he goes to X3 health, I actually go back into this corner. Now the only reason I go back into this corner is because his stone henchman circle will still hit you here. Like there's no way avoiding that. But because he also drops meteors, and these meteors, the usual ones, can be avoided while standing there. So right here I get a short respawn, so I die again, which is all good as you can see right now. Now I have 15 seconds, which still will not be enough to get me through this phase, so I basically lose 3 lives on this, which I was quite glad that I still had all of my lives. And yeah, as you can see here, the alchemy circle was not destroyed, I just revived. Now I have no lives left, so we will use the code. Now there are 2 codes that I recommend you can use. One is Yamato gun, which is a gun that takes 1 health bar off of the boss, but it cannot be used on its shield or at the X3 phase. So I actually always prefer, well, pretty much always prefer using the other code, which is power overwhelming. As you can see, I just put it in and I get 1 extra life. So yeah, that was quite useful. Now I just finish off the boss. Once he goes to X1, I will have to break the shield. But since I am actually buffed because I'm doing this solo, I do not really care about the shield. I'm pretty confident I can just break it quite easily. You will actually see me mess up my rotation later on, but like I said, it doesn't matter. I should have used my EX Hawkwind before I used my Alpha Particle Cannon, but that's alright. As you can see here, I just finish killing the shield and then I will kill the boss. Anyways, thanks for watching. If there's anything else you would like to see from me, just let me know down below. And thank you. See you next time. Bye.